Hey everyone, today I was just going to do a really quick unboxing of the uh, Etekcity, I guess it's supposed to be a misspelling of Electricity City Zap point click power remote outlet switch system. This is basically 5 remotely controllable outlets. You can they plug in directly to your wall, and you plug the device you want to switch on and off into the front side of the device, and then it comes with 2 remotes that you can actually switch off each outlet individually. I already have one set of these installed around my house. They work pretty well. They are RF based. They're nothing fancy like Bluetooth. They're not available for your smartphone or anything fancy like that. These are just really basic remote control electric switches. They're pretty cheap. I got this on Amazon for around $30, so it's a good alternative if you have, say, a bunch of Christmas lights or those Christmas tree lights that you don't like to reach down behind the Christmas tree into the little piece of wall that you have or it's sitting by the window just to plug the Christmas tree in and out. You can put one of these in and flip them on and off with a remote control from your couch, because that's the American way to remote control anything from our couch. That's what we're all trying to get to, as a completely remote controlled society. Sure. Anyways, I'll unbox this so you can see how they look when you get them. Basically, let's just flip around to the back of the package first of all. Product features: control any household or office device powered by a wall outlet. Works through floors, doors, and walls. 100-foot range in line of sight. Program one button to turn on multiple devices simultaneously or control one device with multiple remotes. Cuts down on energy bill costs. Reduce energy usage. That's kind of saying the same thing. Thank you, marketing, for the same bullet point phrased differently. Extends the life of appliances by up to 15%. I'm sure that's not scientifically proven, but hey. For indoor use only. Yeah, don't use these outside. Water is not really their friend. Alright, so unboxing these. I should say I already have, like I mentioned, I already have a set of these. They worked well. I did get one of the 5 units which would not program correctly to the remote, so it was defective. Can't say that they were super supportive, but luckily I bought this off at Amazon, and Amazon customer service took care of it. So if you do get a set, make sure that you can actually program these things. And I'll kind of show you how that works in a moment here. So at the top of the box, you get the 2 remotes. Each of these corresponds to the 5 electronic devices you'll be getting in your box. You got an on button, you got an off button. It's pretty simple. It either turns the electricity on or it turns it off. Woohoo! So 2 remotes, you get 2 of these little itty bitty batteries. These are Quanchu brand. Not familiar with Quanchu brand, but they work. Alkaline battery. LR33A. Sorry about that. It's getting a little tiny for the camera. 12-volt batteries. You'll get 2 of those. The other one's in here somewhere. There it is. For your remotes. I'm sure you can replace those should you need it. And then you'll get this little guidebook, which goes into programming. So features, we've seen this setup. Basically install 1 battery into the remote compartment, making sure the polarity of the battery is correct. Plug each outlet switch into a socket and plug a device or appliance into each outlet. Press the on-off buttons for the respective channel on the remote control to operate the outlet switch. And so I guess some of us needed those directions because it's pretty darn simple. Now, programming and resetting, that might be something you need to see. So it's here. I'll focus on it. Basically, you can reprogram. So if you want outlet switch number 5 to be to work with button number 1 instead of button number 5, you can do that. You can also buy additional remote controls. I have a 3-room apartment, so instead of the 2 remotes, I bought myself an additional remote and programmed it to my outlets. So I have 1 remote in each room because I'm that brand of lazy. And you can be too, with the help of the Zap L series point click power couch. I think the last word there should be couch. Point click power couch. Anyways, so moving on. inside our box, we have all the outlets. You'll get 5 of these, of course, bubble wrapped for your protection. And if we pull these suckers apart, I can show you one of these up close. Here's the front side. That's, of course, the input where you will put your device that you want to switch on and off, or a bunch of devices. Remember, you can always plug in a power strip to one of these if you have multiple devices. They also allow you to group multiple of these items, these controllers, into one button on your remote control. So, for example, if I had a Christmas tree, lights, and maybe a lamp, and I wanted them both to be controlled by button number 2, you can actually program that way, so that when I press button number 2, both of the Christmas lights and the lamp will go on at the same time. These are all individually addressable by the remote controls. So if you want to actually reprogram one of these devices, you are going to see one button here. You're going to plug this end into any outlet in your home. You're going to go ahead and press this button here on the side. You might adjust my focus here. You're going to hit this button on the side here, and it will light up a little LED red light that lives right in here, but it's actually covered up. You'll see it glowing through the plastic. It's going to blink at you. When it's blinking, you're going to get your favorite remote, and you are going to press the corresponding on button or off button, apparently. And this little red light will start to flash really quickly and then turn off, which means it saw the signal. It's going ahead and pairing with that button you just pressed and turning itself back off again. And then you should be able to test it just turning the button on and off, and it should work. And you can basically do that with any individual remote or group of remotes and group of controller devices. So it's pretty handy, works pretty well. I will tell you 2 things. Number 1 is when you first get a set of these, all of the devices are actually already paired to your remotes that come in the package. So if you're confused about how to pair them up, don't worry about it. They're pretty much all there already. You will see on the back of these a number. You will see first, I think that's a model number or a type number, but on the back you will also see this one. It says 5 is the last number, and this one here is 4. This means that this one corresponds to button number 4 on your remotes. This one corresponds to button number 5 on your remotes. So it's pretty easy. They're already there. When I bought my first package of these, one happens to be number 5, was defective and it would not pair. And I found this out later the hard way by buying a new remote, trying to integrate the new remote into my system, and number 5 wouldn't pair. Some kind of defect. So what I would recommend is, even though these are paired already to the remote in your package, go ahead and repair them, because you don't want to find out later that you have a defective device that will never pair again to any remote controller on Earth. You want to know that you have a fully functioning unit. So go ahead, like I say, plug the sucker in, press the button, make sure it lights up, press the corresponding button on your remote, make sure it pairs to it. Then you know you have a totally good unit. You don't find out later after the 30-day return notice that you have a bum unit that can't pair to new remotes if you decide to add more to your system. As we continue in the box, again, really all that's left in the box now are the other 3 controllers, all paired. And again, they will have the numbers. This is number 3, and here will be number 2, and there's number 1. And you get 5 of these. You can put them up with any devices. I have them on some decorative lighting around my house. I've got them on my bedroom lamps because I don't have switched outlets. They're in a convenient place in my bedroom. So I can turn out all the lights in the bedroom before I go to bed without having to get up out of bed, because, again, the whole philosophy of this system really is point, click, power, bed, couch, sofa, Chesterfield, whatever you'd like to call them, but sitting place of an American person right here. Point, click, power, sitting place of an American person. Yay. That's what America's all about. So, really handy. You have any more questions about programming or how to check if they're all programmed up correctly, or more ideas or clever ways of using these things around the home to power on and off your devices, let me know. Leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.